All right, cool beans. Here we're going on to section 10.4, properties of logarithms. And we're going to go ahead and start with the product rule. All right, and the rule says the following. When we have a logarithm and when we can write the number that we're taking the log of as a product, then we can split that product into two separate logarithms that have then the same base, and just make sure that whatever this number was, xy, that it could also, or that you can write that as a product, right? So that means one could be x and one can be y. So watch, let's see a few examples here of this. So here, this example is very explicit, right? I mean, so this could have just been 21, and then you had to recognize, oh, okay, I could break it up into 3 and 7. But here, so that means the equivalent then like of this would be log base 4 of 3 plus log base 4 of 7, right? So these two are equivalent. They're the exact same thing. Same thing right here, we can work backwards. If you have the log of the exact same base, then, and if they're already being added, then you can write that as one logarithm. So log base 8 of 30, or 10 times 3, but normally you can just go and multiply it, and then that means of 30. Same thing right here, we have a log base 8 of 8x, so that means that we can write this as a product as 8 times x, so that means the equivalent of this would be log base 8 of 8 plus log base 8 of x. And what would this give us right here, right? Because this right here means 8 to the power of what is going to give us 8. Well, that's just going to give us 1. So really we can write this as 1 plus log base 8 of x. Right, so either one of these is all equivalent. Going on down here, we can write m squared as m times m. So that means you can write this as log base 5 of m plus log base 5 of m. And really, if you kind of think about it, this is the same thing as saying log, or there's 2 log base 5 of m's, right? So we have 2 of the exact same thing. That's why I could say, well, there's 2 of those guys. And we'll also learn in a rule coming up here, I think it's example 3 or 4, where you can, anytime that you take a log of a number and it has an exponent, you can actually write this in front, which is what I actually did right here, but just from a different venue there.